Welcome back to our channel The History Bypass, where we dive deep into the history, world figures, and the world of politics. In today's video, we will take a comprehensive look at Joe Biden's presidency. From his campaign promises to his policy achievements, we'll cover it all. So, let's get started. Joe Biden's early life and political career. Before we delve into Joe Biden's presidency, let's explore his early life and political career. Born on November 20th, 1942, in Scranton, Pennsylvania, Biden had a passion for politics from a young age. He served as a U.S. Senator from Delaware for 6 terms before assuming the role of Vice President under President Barack Obama. Biden's presidential campaign and election. Joe Biden announced his candidacy for the 2020 presidential election, seeking to bring unity and stability to the nation. He ran on a platform that focused on key issues such as healthcare, climate change, racial equity, and restoring America's standing on the global stage. After a closely contested race, Biden emerged victorious, defeating the incumbent President Donald Trump. Biden's inauguration and early actions. On January 20th, 2021, Joe Biden was inaugurated as the 46th President of the United States. In his inaugural address, he emphasized the need for unity and healing in a divided nation. In the early days of his presidency, Biden signed a series of executive orders addressing issues like the COVID-19 pandemic, climate change, immigration, and racial justice. Domestic policy initiatives. One of the major focuses of Joe Biden's presidency has been implementing key domestic policy initiatives. Let's take a closer look at some of them. The American Rescue Plan. This $1.9 trillion relief package aimed to address the economic impact of the COVID-19 pandemic, providing direct stimulus payments, expanded unemployment benefits, and funding for vaccine distribution. Infrastructure Plan. Biden introduced an ambitious $2.3 trillion infrastructure plan, aiming to rebuild America's crumbling infrastructure, create jobs, and invest in clean energy. Climate change. Recognizing the urgency of climate action, Biden rejoined the Paris Agreement and announced the goal of reaching net zero emissions by 2050. He also unveiled a $1.7 trillion plan to invest in clean energy and infrastructure. Foreign policy and global engagement. Joe Biden's administration has placed a strong emphasis on rebuilding international alliances and engaging with the global community. Here are some key highlights. Rejoining international agreements. Biden re-entered the Paris Agreement and resumed negotiations with Iran to revive the Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action, JCPOA. Addressing global challenges. Biden has been actively involved in addressing global challenges like the COVID-19 pandemic, climate change, and human rights issues. China and Russia relations. The Biden administration has taken a firm stance on China's economic practices and human rights violations while also addressing concerns regarding Russia's interference in U.S. elections. Challenges and criticisms. Like any presidency, Joe Biden's tenure has faced its share of challenges and criticisms. Some critics argue that his policies are too progressive, while others believe they are not progressive enough. The handling of immigration at the southern border and the withdrawal of troops from Afghanistan have also been subjects of intense debate. As we wrap up this comprehensive look at Joe Biden's presidency, it's important to note that the impact of any presidency is felt over the course of time and can be subject to varying opinions. Joe Biden's presidency is no exception. While some applaud his efforts to address pressing issues such as the COVID-19 pandemic and climate change, others raise concerns about the economic implications of his policies or question the effectiveness of his strategies. It is worth noting that the full impact of Biden's presidency may not be fully realized until well after his term has ended. Policy initiatives take time to implement, and their success or failure often becomes apparent over the long term. It is essential to monitor the progress and outcomes of the Biden administration's policies in the coming years. In conclusion, Joe Biden's presidency has been marked by a strong focus on domestic policy initiatives, ranging from economic recovery and infrastructure investment to climate change and racial equity. His administration has also prioritized re-engaging with the global community and rebuilding international alliances. However, like any presidency, Biden's tenure has faced challenges and criticisms, which are inherent to the complex nature of governance. It is important for citizens to stay informed, engage in constructive dialogue, and actively participate in the democratic process to shape the direction of the nation. As the Biden presidency unfolds, It will be fascinating to observe the long-term impact of his policies and the legacy he leaves behind. Thank you for joining us on this comprehensive exploration of Joe Biden's presidency. If you found this video informative, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more insightful content. We appreciate your support, and we'll see you in the next video.